Hello and welcome to another edition of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem, a show where we answer your most pressing questions about the most recent episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, which was Room 1046. All the questions we're answering today came from you guys via our BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page, which you can see right here. And is it time for the thrilling conclusion to the hot dog saga?
I know you're all waiting, and I sympathize with you, but I think we gotta save it for the end. So in the meantime, let's go get some snacks from the movie store.
That works.
Pretty good, and here they go. They're just all your friends. So stay tuned.
We better deliver at the end then.
Oh, we're gonna deliver.
Okay. Let's move on to the first question.
Okay, here's one from Carrie Murphy. Curious as to why this hotel has locks on the outside of the doors. Could this be the perfect murderer playground with multiple people involved?
Murderer playground.
Someone goes into the room and the second guy locks the door from the outside so the victim can't escape? Could the bellboy be in on it? It is a fire hazard.
Yeah, it is a fire hazard, I agree with that. Were there multiple people involved? Probably. Could the bellboy be in on it?
Absolutely.
I do think it's odd that he saw a man laying in a pool of dark substance and was like,
not my problem.
Nothing to see here.
Not my problem. Though, I gotta be honest, one time I worked in a movie theater and I had a section of the movie theater that I had to clean, and I wandered over into a section that wasn't mine, and I walked into the bathroom and I was like, I guess I'll clean this, I'll see how this one's doing. And I opened one of the stalls and there was a turd on the ground. The big ass turd. Someone just took a turd.
Big old pea corn turd?
They just pooped on the ground. And I closed the door and I walked out of the bathroom. Someone ditched their underwear too. It had like a little nest.
Holy shit. So you just opened the door, saw a big old pea corn turd, and we're like, nah.
That was around the time Speed Racer was out, so someone probably saw Speed Racer, shit their pants, and just ditched it in the bathroom.
Moving on. Thanks, Carrie.
Thanks, Carrie. Good quest. Good cue.
I'm gonna move on to Caesar Cardenas. The question, this sounds like a legitimate case of vampirism. Not the phony Hollywood kind, but Renfield syndrome. Seems like Don kept trying to get him to feed by finding ways to get the staff to go into the room. When he kept refusing, Don had to get rid of his accomplice. That's weird. Did you find out what Renfield syndrome is?
Yes, it's an obsession with drinking blood.
That's gross. This probably is a good time to introduce our special guest this episode. He's not gonna drop in from the ceiling. Oh. You know what, how about this? We'll cut, and when we come back, he's just gonna be here.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Whoa! Oh, shit!
Oh, shit!
Working like a charm. This is my brother, Jake. We had a deal where if he pretended to be a dead body for me, which was, he was Artemis Ogletree in the video.
Stunning performance.
I couldn't find an actor to do that, so.
Jake, when you put yourself into this role, did you gain any insight? Did you understand the character more?
I just do what Ryan told me to do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You showed up and I was like, here's your suit, lay on the bed. And he was like, all right, like this. Can you move a little bit to the left? Right here? Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's roll.
All right.
I
guess I was expecting, you know, I guess you're not Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No, he's not. No, he definitely isn't.
This is from Holly Horsley. Let's see here. At first I was thinking Owen was into some kinky hardcore stuff with Don that went a little wrong, but by the end of the episode, this is what I've come up with. All right, giddy up here. Owen was engaged to Louise, but Owen was gay and was in love with Don. He was secretly spending time with Don in hotel rooms, but Louise found out and told her brother. When Louise and her brother found out about the next rendezvous for Owen and Don in room 1046, her brother broke it up. A lot of
air quotes in this one, yeah.
Broke it up, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, lashing out at Owen and killing him. Owen wanted to keep everything, possibly the shame of cheating on his wife with a man, a secret, so he never revealed who attacked him. Louise, having truly loved Owen, wanted him buried in a decent manner, and the brother, guilty of his crime, paid for the funeral. Louise lived close to the cemetery where she could possibly view the grave from her second-story balcony, or perhaps visit him periodically. I'm pretty sure that's the story here, and that is all that Holly Horsley has to say.
You know, this is interesting because this paints Don not as the villain, but instead just a guy who lost his boyfriend.
A tragic figure.
Yeah, I actually like this quite a bit. I'm not sure it happened, but it seems likely enough that it could have happened.
Here's what I'm imagining. Picture this, okay? I'm walking into an airport. Yeah. I'm about to get on a plane. I need to pick up a good book to read during my travels.
What's going on now?
I look to the shelf, and what do I see but the latest crime thriller from Holly Horsley.
Oh shit, okay.
Holly Horsley's got a career here. I take back those horse jokes.
Detective Horsley. Let's go to Claudia Schaffner. It may have been taboo at the time, but it does kind of sound like some kind of dom-sub situation. The victim was always waiting for the other man on the bed and letting himself get locked in without ever asking for help despite being alone and with a phone. Who knows why Don killed him? Maybe he was afraid the younger man would out him and later paid for the funeral out of a sense of guilt.
I can see this being legitimate because sometimes these dom-sub things are taken to an extreme.
You seem to be well-versed in the arts of sexual deviance.
What I'm gonna say is...
This guy's like a sex snapple. This guy knows his facts.
A sex snapple. Shane's sex snapple.
Are you Snapchatting this?
What the fuck?
So unprofessional.
Oh, here we got one from Margaret Rose Skiff. Ron, you got my hopes up for this one, saying the little details really creeped you out. This has been the least scary episode this season. Shane, what will happen next in the epic hot dog tales? Jake, was Ryan was he a fearful child?
He used to love those Goosebumps books. So he'd read them all the time, and then like in the middle of the night, he'd be so scared to go to bed. He'd just like stand near my parents' bed, just like staring at my mom when she's asleep.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Jake, we got a new question here, huh?
Yep. From Campbell Parker. After the hot dog saga ends, I'd love to hear more about Ricky Goldsworth and what he gets up to. Maybe in a fictional world, he was friends with CC Tinsley or perhaps DB Cooper. Just a thought.
Well, that's a good. You see, this guy knows how to do a character universe.
Is it weird back then that you could just pretend to be someone?
You could still do that today.
Nah.
I bet you I could check into a hotel right now and say my name is Ricky Goldsworth.
Where'd you grow up, Ricky Goldsworth?
Oh, I grew up down the road.
Where? No. What city?
What's the fucking holdup? I'm trying to check into a room, and you're giving me a goddamn inquisition? Is this how you treat all your customers?
All right.
Who do you think you are?
That's fair.
Huh?
Okay,
and
that's
I poke
fair.
him in the chest like this. Huh?
At this point, I'm giving you a room. All right? You did it. You win. You win, Ricky.
All I know is that Ricky Goldsworth may come back. Just don't make him angry.
What? Will we like him when he's angry?
Why don't you stop asking me questions?
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry. I didn't mean for him to come out like that. Sometimes I gotta suppress him down.
You may be possessed by the spirit of Ricky Goldsworth.
No, I'm not possessed. Shut up.
Yep.
Get the fucking phone.
Definitely possessed.
Just an awkward air right now. Ricky Goldsworth puts everybody on edge.
That's the way I like it.
Okay, here's one from Linda Derrickshanian.
Shanian.
Derek Shaniak?
No. Pretty confident in themselves in the early sentence here.
100% a mafia hit.
100% a mafia hit. Here's why.
Here's why. Point 1, he was probably a loyal member to the mafia, which is why he was heard saying, "No, I am not hungry," whilst on the phone, because he was still a valued and respected member. Thus, they wanted him taken care of before his time came. When are they gonna deliver him a pastrami sandwich? Point 2. He got himself involved with a member's sister, or even the Don's daughter, but ended up cheating on her, which is why he was killed. He saw the fault in his ways, hence the agreeableness throughout the entire murder, for he had accepted his wrongdoings. Yeah, a lot of good points here. The mob.
Yeah, I think this is possible. I love the idea of the Don being like you have a mouthful of blood.
Yeah, that's. Ooh. Did Brando have Renfield syndrome? Do you think Brando
I was just about to mention
got
that.
sexual gratification from drinking other people's blood?
And that he just
next
loved
week on BuzzFeed Unsolved.
He loved it so much. Oh, he's doing it again.
Wait, do another one. We'll do one more. Great.
Anyways,
What's this week?
What is this week? Oh, this week's good. This one goes into murky water. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And make sure you send your questions into the BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page, which you can see right here. And I could see him winding up over here to send us a new big old ball of shit.
Okay, here we go. As we last left off, do you remember where we were?
I do.
Okay, great.
We were in the middle of the crab joust.
Okay, this is the moment, the final showdown. The crabs, frothing at the mouth, speed at each other, rage in their eyes. Pam on one, Dan on the other. Suddenly, we flash to white.
Wait a second. What? Wait, what?
Just bear with me. The year 1978. The place, Studio 54. Two sexy hot dogs catch each other's eyes across the crowded room, and they like what they see. They didn't come here looking for love, but maybe they've found it. Who are you? I am Dan, a hot dog. I am Rebecca. Nice to meet you. I love you. I love you too.
This is some great dialogue. This is Sorkin-esque.
Promise you'll never shoot me, Rebecca. I promise, Dan.
Promise you'll never shoot me.
I can't say the same for
That wasn't funny.
I can't say the same for my evil twin. What's that? Nothing. Let's cover ourselves in mustard and get crazy. Good.
Wait.
That was the origin story. I can't believe it.
So what happened? Are we gonna see the end of the joust?
It's never gonna end, Ryan.
That's
It is gonna end. We'll get there. I just, you gotta draw it out. I was ready to end it last week, and then you made it a cliffhanger, so you know what?
I got sucked up into the vortex, I'll admit that, and it was the biggest mistake I've ever made.
Yeah, but now everyone's more invested because we know how these two rich, wonderful, beloved characters met.
You know what? All right, let's just get out of here. I can't.
Probably. Yeah, we should go.
I think we're done. It's hot in here. We've been talking about hot dogs for 5 minutes. He's sitting next to me.
Jake, you ever thrown a pickle into a pond?
What?